Chalo guys, we will start today's session. Guys, actually, today we will start the discussion by introducing the our course content. So, what is our course content, and then course details. So, just we will discuss on the introduction part. What are the things we are going to cover from our end? What are the things we are going to provide as part of the course? Those things under we will discuss today's session. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Chalo. And I am going to share my screen. Just let me know if you are able to see my screen. You are able to see my screen?
It's coming black. Yes, I can see.
You can see others?
Yes, can see.
You can see, right? Everyone can able to see. Okay. Chalo. Chalo then. Today, guys, today we are guys. Everyone can able to hear my voice clearly, right? There is no interruption. There is no problem, right? Yes or no?
No problem, sir.
Can
No
hear.
problem.
Can hear
That's fine.
clearly.
Yeah. Today we are here to discuss about the SQL Server and SSIS development sessions. SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. So we pronounce it as a SQL Server, even though it is a SQL Server, even though it is a SQL, but as a professional, we are going to pronounce as a SQL Server. So Microsoft SQL Server and SSIS development sessions. SSIS. Again, SSIS is SQL Server Integration Services. SQL Server Integration Services. The abbreviation of SSIS is SQL Server Integration Services. Okay. So, two development part. One is the SQL Server, that is a database, and the SSIS is the ETL tool. What is ETL tool and what it will do, and we will discuss one by one. Okay. Next. So my introduction part as a trainer. So what is my experience and on what are the my skill set and all we'll discuss. So my name is Shekhar. And currently I am working as a database architect in one of the organization. Okay, one of the organization. Currently I am working as a database architect. So in total, I have more than 15 years of experience, guys. In total, I have more than 15 years of experience, that too relevant experience, which includes database design, database development, database administration, data warehousing, cloud development, and business intelligence also, etc. etc. Okay. Expertise in okay, expertise in SQL Server, okay, Oracle, Teradata, Snowflake development and data warehousing ETL process. So as I have a expertise in all these things, I can I worked as a data modeler. I worked as a database developer, senior database developer, and development and then performance tuning techniques. Performance tuning techniques. And administration, data warehousing, okay, cloud development and business intelligence. Here it includes the ETL, reporting, etc. And my skill sets, my technology skill sets are SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata, and Snowflake development, data warehousing, and then ETL process. So these are my core skill sets, and I have done my certifications on Azure Data Engineer and Azure Cosmos DB and Snow Pro Core Certified Professional. So I have done all these certifications actually, and more than 7 years, from last 7 years, I am providing a online training with the different technologies like Snowflake development, and then SQL Server development, and then performance tuning optimizations, techniques, and then lot of things. Okay. And during my career, I had the opportunity to work in the on-site in UK for the different clients for 5 years. Out of this more than 15 years, I worked in the on-site UK. So from the one of the organization, I deployed into the UK projects. There I worked as a I worked in the different customers within the 5 years, and I have experience in like different domains. I can say knowledge on different domains, knowledge different domain like healthcare, health insurance, logistics, and financial domain. So these are my expertise, guys. These are my expertise. Okay, this is my skill set details, and this is my overall experience till 15 years. Whatever I have worked, so these are my details, guys. Okay, now as part of the course, agenda, as part of the course, okay. What are we going to cover? As part of the course? Okay. These are the basic things, and I'll leave about that. Fine. So what are the things we are going to discuss as part of the course? And just highlight see who is the target audience for this course and technology, and highlights of the program. What are the things we are going to provide as part of our course? That is the one of the point. Discussion the tools are essential for the project. Suppose see here, either you may be working as a non-IT background, or you are working in the IT background, or you are pursuing some courses, and then you are thinking to get the job. Once you deploy into the project, you have to be aware on the multiple tools while working in the project. Not only a technical knowledge, apart from that, lot many things we should be having a knowledge on the tools. Let's say example, suppose one of you studying something, and then you want to serve the job and then get the job into the IT industry. Once you get the job and you started work in the projects, what are the tools you have to be having a knowledge on that, or else you are working on the non-IT projects, support projects, and by keeping some SQL Server and SSIS experience, you are going to try the job and then get the job. Once you get the job, to survive in the projects, what knowledge and what tool knowledge you should be having to survive in the projects? Like how many of you aware about Kanban board, guys? Kanban board. How many of you heard about the Kanban board? Guys, just say yes or no. Don't try. Say yes or no. Kanban board, Jira board.
Yeah, I've worked with these.
Yeah. So like this. See, suppose that's what. If already you have worked, you will be having a knowledge on those tools. But if someone is looking for a job and working in the non-IT background, they wanted to switch to the IT background, then you should be having some Git repository, How many of you are aware of Git repository, guys? What is a Git repository? Those kind of, apart from your technology, like how do you communicate in the communicator? How do you communicate in the groups in the communicator? Then how do you compose your emails, and how do you communicate with the different teams? Everything, whatnot, all these things apart from your technology, then all these things you should be having a knowledge for that. Then we are going to discuss and then provide the knowledge on that. How are the career opportunities on the SQL Server with SSIS? How is the career growth on the SQL Server? If I mention MS SQL Server means it is MS SQL Server and SSIS. Okay, MS SQL Server and SSIS. What are the roles and responsibilities? Salary package on SQL, MS SQL Professional, introduction to BI, and then question and answers. These are the things we are going to discuss as part of our introduction session. Okay. Now, so what is the overview of the course topics? What are the things I am going to cover? What are the things I am going to cover as part of the session? Okay, as part of the session. 1 second. Okay, as part of the session. So this is a high level points on the SQL Server side, and I am going to provide the end-to-end course syllabus after this slide. We will see on that. So in a high level, background to SQL programming, single table queries, join, subqueries, table expressions, set operators, fundamentals, data modifications, transactions, programmable objects. So this is important here. In this area, you will get the variables, while loop, if condition, stored procedures, functions, triggers, cursors, whatnot. So this is the main topic. Okay, and performance optimization. All these topics are one side. This performance optimization is the different. This is advanced level. Suppose if you wanted to try a job on the SQL Server by putting some 3 to 4 years of experience, then you need to talk about this performance optimization. This is a little bit advanced concept. So that I kept this topic as a last, because you should be having a knowledge on all these things. On top of this, you are going to, once you learn all these things, you are going to build your complex and super complex SQL logic. If that complex logic is taking too much of time to return the data or to execute that SQL, then you will be working on the performance optimization techniques. What are the things you are going to consider? What are the tools you are going to consider to work on the performance optimization in the SQL Server? So that we are going to discuss all these things. So this is high level thing. Okay, and the course duration is around 30. So I'm talking about the SQL Server itself. We need a SQL Server itself. We need a around 30 to 40 sessions, and SSIS around 20 sessions. SSIS around 20 to 25 sessions. Okay, 20 to 25 sessions. Fine. And time is daily 9 p.m. IST. 9 p.m. IST daily. It will be a 1 hour session. Okay, 1 hour session. Then what is the course content I am going to? What is the course syllabus for your SQL Server and SSIS? We'll see one by one now. What is the course syllabus we are going to discuss as part of our regular session? Okay, that we are going to discuss about. Course, this is the course content, course syllabus, guys. Already I have provided these high level things. If you go into the in detail, so what is about the background of your what is your in detail course syllabus is background to the T-SQL querying and then programming. Starting with the SQL Server architecture, what is database, what is instance, what is servers, and what is a database architecture. How many types of databases we have in the SQL Server? What is user-defined database? What is system-defined database? What are the importance of system-defined database? Once you create the database in the SQL Server, what will happen internally? Everything we are going to discuss in this topic. Next, single table queries. Like introduction of the simple select statement. You have a tables in your SQL Server. how do you frame the SQL select statement based on your requirement? So your client will ask you, hey guys, I needed a data. Looks like, so you need to fetch the data for the 3 years, for the last 3 years, and it should include the, so based on the employees aggregations, like that. They will give you some requirement. Based on the requirement, how do you think, and then how do you compose your SQL? So that for that you need to understand on the crystal clear understanding of the select statement. So that initially I am going to introduce with the single table SQLs, starting with the simple select statement, and then including the where class, including the group by class, including the having condition, including the order by class, like that. So once you are comfortable on things, then we will expand to the advanced level concepts. Next, so here you are going to work with the single table, all these things, single table, and then it's giants. Suppose let's consider you have multiple tables. You know, right, guys? What is the meaning of table? How many of you don't know the table? Let me know. I don't ask you how many of you know the table. I am asking you how many of you don't know the table. Let me know, guys. How many of you don't know that? What is the meaning of table? Hey, come on, say yes or no.
I don't know.
Kavita. Okay. That's fine. Don't worry. Others? Who is this Maha? She's not at all responding. That's fine. See, table is nothing actually. See, in the SQL server, that is one of the object actually, where you are going to store. Suppose let's consider in earlier days in general stores. If you go into the general store, in earlier days, all their transactions they used to write all those transactions in the books. Yes or no, guys? Suppose if you visit to the any grocery shop, if you visit to the any hotel, if you visit to the any other store, their transactions, their data, they used to write in the books. Yes or no, guys? So now instead of writing the data in the books, then we are going to in the SQL server, we are going to store the data in the table format. Table format means what? The combination of rows and columns. The combination of rows and columns. Suppose let's consider this is the one of the table. Suppose let's consider you have a data, order ID, amount, profit, quantity, category, subcategory. This is the one of the table. Okay, this is column and this is row. So combination of the columns and then rows you are going to store into the SQL server. So that is the table. Giants. Giants means what? If you have a data in the multiple tables, you want to bring the data from the multiple tables, then how do you work? By using a giants, you have again different types of giants. Inner giant, left giant, right outer giant, full outer giant, cross giant, self giant, etc. By using all those giants, then you are going to bring the data from the multiple tables. Next, subqueries. So this is also one of the important topic in the SQL server. To achieve the particular requirement, you are going to implement a multiple SQLs and then return the data from the database by using the multiple tables or single table. You have a one requirement, you want to get the second highest salary. Suppose you have employee data in the employee table. So you have a n number of records in the table, n number of employees data in the table. You want to identify who is getting the third highest salary, who is getting the fourth highest salary, who is getting the fifth highest salary, who is getting the nth highest salary. For that, you are going to implement a multiple SQLs and bring the data. So such kind of requirements you are going to work with the subqueries. Okay, and then these are the table expressions like derived table, common table expression, and you have a temporary tables. And then derived table variables. Derived table, common table expressions, temporary tables, and then derived table variables. All these things are the temporary objects in the SQL Server. What is the use and what is the scope and all? We are going to discuss as part of our regular sessions, very in detail. And views. What is the meaning of view? Why are you going to create all these views? What is the advantage of these views? What is the utilization of these views? We are going to discuss about. And set operators. Set operators are union, intersect, except, and then union or intersect, except. So these are the set operators, and then we will discuss all these things. Next, Windows functions, pivoting and then unpivoting, and then data modifications. This should be the insertion after this architecture. After this architecture, then we are going to discuss about this DML statements. How do we insert the data into the tables? Only inserting, not only a insert statement, insert into select, insert into exec, select into statement, what is a bulk insert and what is identity column, all these things. Then what is a delete statement, what is truncate statement, and delete based on the joins, updating the data, merging the data. This is important. Merging the data using merge statement, merge with insert with output and all. This is the new topic. Okay. And then transactions. Transactions means what? Transactions means you are inserting a data into the table by using ACID properties. By using ACID properties, transactions will be work in the SQL Server. So how are you going to implement the transactions? What is locking? What is blocking? What is isolation level? Why do we need to use all those transactions concepts in the projects, and then we are going to discuss very in detail. Next, programmable object. I told you variables, batches, flow elements, if else, temporary tables, dynamic SQLs, and routines, user defined functions, stored procedures, triggers, error handling. So these are the things. And performance optimization. What are the tools you are going to use? Profiler, DTA, execution plans, DMVs, index maintenance, all those things. These are the as part of the performance optimization. So this is all about the SQL Server course content. Coming to the SSIS course content. This is the SSIS course content. Introduction to the SQL Server integration services. What is SSIS architecture? What are the tools we are going to use? And what are the tasks you are going to cover in the SSIS sessions? Looping, data flow task, workflow task, administration task, execute package task, script task.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, can I install the SSIS in the local system?
you can install. Yes,
Okay.
you can install.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then working with the containers. These are the part of your SSIS. These are the components. And what requirement you need to use, what is sequence container, what is for loop container, what is for each loop container, in what scenario you are going to use all these things. Then we are going to discuss all these things in the SSIS. What is data flow task? What is the purpose of this data flow task? Why do we use this data flow task? How do you declare the variables? How do you declare the parameters? How do you write the expressions based on your requirement in the SSIS? All those things we are going to discuss. And then accessing heterogeneous data, connection managers reading the data from the different files and then different database, vice versa. Error handling, and then event handling. How do you use breakpoints? What is the use of these breakpoints? What is event handling? What is error rows? What is logging? How do you log your execution status and all? What is precedent constant? What is package transactions? Everything. Administration tasks, deployment models, package configuration, security, scheduling the packages, monitoring package execution practice, etc. So all these things, what are the things you are going to require for your project survival? Everything I am going to cover as part of the course. SQL Server as well as in the SSIS sessions. So these two are the my course. These two are the my course contents, guys. Daily, actually, we will be having a 1 hour session. from 9 to 10 p.m. IST. 9 to 10 p.m. IST. And mostly I will take the sessions only in the working days. I don't take the sessions in weekends. If I want to take the sessions in the weekends, I will plan well in advance. I don't give the surprises that Friday evening I am going to message you that tomorrow we have a session on the Saturday, Sunday. No. If I wanted to take the sessions on weekends, then I am going to plan well in advance and I will prepare you also. And second thing is, as part of our regular session and as part of my course, I don't teach very basics, not only a very basics. I will take all the tables like real-time projects, some good tables and good amount of the data in the tables. And daily we are going to discuss on the topic, whatever the topic it is. Exactly the project oriented discussions will be there in the each session, not like the employee table and the department table. No. How exactly you are going to work as a database developer or a ETL developer, how you are going to work in the projects, the same thing we are going to reproduce the scenarios in my regular sessions. Okay. I don't take the like simple tables, simple data, employee table, department table. No, I have my own set of tables, and on top of that, I am going to implement the code. Let me search if I have any previous session. Yeah, previous session example. Okay, 1 second. These equal transactions, subqueries. There is a challenge. See, if I open the SQL server, okay. See, I am going to discuss in each and every session the very basics to advanced level, right? See, so these things and all, see, all these kind of things and all, same how you are going to work in the projects, like that only we are going to work in our regular sessions. This is the one of the topic on the joins. Suppose if we take on the subqueries, if you take on the subqueries, same like how you are going to write in your projects, like that we are going to work in the our regular sessions, not like a simple scenarios. If you take the simple scenarios, then it will not useful for your career. You need to work on the scenarios where how you are going to implement in your projects. So based on my total years of experience, what are the scenarios and what are the issues we face in the projects. By considering that, I have prepared all these scenarios. I can say you whatever we are going to discuss as part of our session or course. If you really prepare 100% on that, easily you can able to crack the interview. I can assure you 90% of the scenarios and then questions will cover from my session. On top of the 10%, we can't expect based on the interviewer requirement and then more. But if you really prepare the discussion and then course, whatever we are going through the scenarios and then topics, if you prepare very well, and also I am going to give you the FAQs on the each and every topic. If you prepare well, that is more than enough. You no need to practice or you no need to look into the other material also. So that is one of the thing. Okay, so these are my course content, SQL Server and then SSIS. Okay, what next? So who are the target audience? Who are the target audience for this course of technology? I can say students who is pursuing their final semester, or else for some of the students for engineering or BTech, maybe in second year or third year, they may be having a DBMS. So for that also it will be helpful. Or else who is studying the final semester and they wanted to enter into the IT world, they can learn this course. I am going to start the sessions from the very basic. If you don't know the anything about the SQL, then you can easily understand with the sessions. So students can also learn. This technology. Who is studying diploma? Who is studying BSc? Who is studying BCA or BSc, BTech, BE? So they can start their learning from the SQL Server. Beginners, suppose let's say you have completed your course, and you are entering into the IT world. You don't know which platform, which courses you want to learn. For them, so this is a very useful course, because see, now everywhere data engineer, data analytics, okay, data scientist, everywhere. For all those things, if you want to become a data engineer, there are some advanced technology. For all those things, these are the basics. Without these are the basics, you can't reach to the next level. If you learn all these things, then easily you can touch the advanced level of technologies. So for the beginners also, it is very much useful. And also, you have a jobs on fresher also on SSIS and SQL Server. Developers, software developers and then application developers, wanting to enhance their skills by adding database management knowledge. Suppose you are working into one technology. Suppose you are working as a test engineer or a QA engineer or application developer, whatever it is, you wanted to switch your career into your database world. Then you can also learn as a developer, as a professional developer. You have some experience in one technology like PHP or MySQL, so whatever it is, you wanted to switch into the SQL Server world, then you can learn. You can also learn this course. Database administrators. See, database administrators will be having a database administrators. They don't have they will not be having this programming skill set. They will be working with the only GUI models like graphical user interface. They don't have the programming knowledge, development knowledge. Then they can also learn this course, database administrators. Okay, and then data analyst, individuals looking to improve their data querying and management skills for more different analytics. Suppose data analysts, they are working on the generating the reports and preparing the trends, and they need some strong SQL coding knowledge. Suppose as you mentioned, one of you are looking into the Power BI report developer. So for that, it is a data analyst job. So for that, you should require your strong SQL programming knowledge. If you are strong in SQL, strong in Power BI reporting, then there is a very good hard combination in the market. But you are strong in Power BI, but you are okay on the coding level, but still you need to improve your SQL coding knowledge, so that you will become a strong in the technology, strong in the industry, strong in the project. So that is the thing. Next, IT professionals, those working in IT who want to expand their knowledge of database systems, enhance their career opportunities. That's what, as I mentioned here, developers, cross technologies. Those who working in the IT want to expand their knowledge on the database world. Both are the same here. Both are the same. Then this is not required. This is not required. Time waste. Okay. Next, highlights of our program. This is important. Guys. Highlights of our program. So what is the as part of the course? What are we going to support you actually? What are you going to support you? Next, advanced training by industry expert. See, as I have a robust experience in the relevant experience. I know the things how the database projects are working in the industry, and for that, what are the skills required, and how do you tweak, how do you develop, how do you debug, how do you cope up with the things, everything end to end. I know, so based on my past experience, okay, everything I have collected my knowledge and then put into this course. My entire experience will be utilized and then shared in the course. Explain on the project scenarios. That's right. See, learning your technology is one part. Learning your technology is one part, and then collaborating the knowledge into your project scenarios. Some XYZ student, he or she wanted to put some 2 to 3 years of experience on SQL Server with SSIS. Learning a technology is not sufficient. You need to talk like a experienced professional. How you are going to work with the project? What is the project knowledge you have? So based on the project requirement, how you are going to develop your solution? Everything. That's what from the day one, we are going to discuss in the point of by considering the project requirement. Simply, yes, we have these tables and this is our requirement, write a requirement. No. Where exactly we are going to use this scenario, in which scenario you need to develop this solution, and how you need to collaborate, how you need to incorporate the classic in the project. So that everything, the things we are going to discuss, project oriented only. Provide one project to mention in the resume. See, you need to prepare your resume. Okay, you need to prepare your resume. In the resume, you need to mention project. Yes or no? You need to mention the project. Yes or no, guys? So for that, I am going to provide the one project to include in the resume. Okay, to include in resume. Help and interview preparation. See, this is important. After completion of your course, then what type of questions you are getting in the interviews, and what is the solution for that? So based on my experience, I have collected all the some FAQs, and then answers. I am going to discuss with you. Help to prepare the resume. This is also important. Once the course is completed, you need to prepare your resume with the one proper project. And then how do you want to explain? How are you going to explain that project? How are you going to include your experience to explain the project and all? So everything we are going to discuss in the helping to prepare the resume. Interaction with the industry experts. Actually, this is little bit tough. Actually, mostly I am not sure. Leave about this. So based on my experience, I am going to provide everything. Mock interviews and then placement assistance. This mock interviews I can able to provide. This placement assessment means, suppose if I come to know any of the requirements, and if you are the suitable for that requirement, then I can able to refer to that particular requirement. So that is the placement assistance. So maybe I have a common channels. If someone is looking for the database developer or SSIS developer, ETL developer, at that time you guys are ready, and then you are ready for the interviews also, then I can refer for those requirements. That is the placement assistance. Okay. What is the salary package for the MS SQL professionals or SS professionals in the market? See, entry level there will be around 4 lakhs, mid level 8 lakhs, mid level of experience from 4 to 9 years, you can get the 8 lakhs. For the experienced developers, you can get until 17 lakhs. For the high demand, then you can get more than 90 lakhs, 20 lakhs also. So what I can say, nowadays market is paying good salary, but the only thing is you have to be having a very sound knowledge in the technology, SQL Server and then SSIS. Getting the package 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs with the 3 to 4 years experience, that is not big deal. But at the same time, you should be having that much of strong sound knowledge on the technology. Then easily market is ready to pay for the right candidates. That is not the problem. Okay. And BA leave about that. One more slide I have. What are the roles and responsibilities? Career opportunities. Okay. Career opportunities. And I have one more. Yeah. See, we discussed what is the package with MS SQL Server professionals and SS professionals. And what are the career opportunities you have in the market for the SQL and then SSIS? SQL Server Developer, which includes SQL Server and then SSIS. Database Developer, which includes the SQL Server and SSIS. Data Analyst, you will be having a reporting also here. Senior Database Developer, Senior SQL Developer. All these open jobs, for all these open jobs, you can apply once you complete your course, SQL and then SSIS. They don't mention separately ETL developer. They don't mention separately SSIS developer. They will mention SQL developer. Within that, you will be having a SQL and then SSIS combination. They will mention database developer, SQL and then SSIS. Data analyst, senior SQL developer. They will mention the SQL Server and then SSIS. So all these jobs you can able to apply in the market once you are done with your course. Okay. And what are your roles and responsibilities in your projects once you onboard into the project? I have added few points on the SQL Server side and yet to add on the SSIS part also. Then I will tell you. So SSIS part also. See, developing the high level quality database solutions and use T-SQL to develop the and implement functions and store procedure. Review ongoing business reports. Research required data. Build appropriate and useful reporting deliverables. Analyze existing SQL queries for the performance improvement. Suggest new queries. Develop procedures and scripts for the data migration. Provide timely scheduled management reporting. The overall thing is you are going to implement and work on the performance tuning on your SQL code according to the your requirement and provide the high quality database solutions. Whatever you are going to implement or you are going to write a logic, it should be thoroughly tested and provide the high quality solutions to the stakeholders or to the clients. So daily by overall all these responsibility and all, implementing your SQL code and implementing your SSIS package. You have a data in one location, you SSIS, you have a data in one location, and then you need to extract the data and then filter the data, transform the data, and then load the data into the some database. So you are going to write SSIS packages. How you are going to implement under? By using your SSIS components. Daily your overall roles and responsibilities. You are writing a SQL code and you are writing a SQL. You are writing SSIS packages and then proceed further. So that is your roles and responsibilities as part of your database development. What is the meaning of roles and what is the meaning of responsibilities? Define the portion or part that someone plays in an organizational project, such as a manager, developer, or team leader. Responsibilities are specific obligations or duties that come up with the role, such as a managing a team, developing a software, or ensuring the project deadlines are met. Suppose if you are a developer, then you are going to develop your SQL code, and you are developing your SS packages. Role is developer, and responsibilities you are going to write all these things. If you are a manager, then you are going to take the ensuring the project deliverables. You are a team leader, you are going to take care about the project deliverables. So this is the difference. What is the role? Whether it is a developer, senior developer, QA engineer, or product owner, or scrum master, or project manager, technical project manager, program manager, director, whatever it is. and what are their roles and responsibilities. These are the, if you are a team leader, then you are managing the team. You are managing the team and delivering the deadlines. And your manager, your project, you are taking care of the project deadlines, project deliverables, like that. This is the roles and this is the responsibilities. Okay. Now, discussion and tools. This is important. See here, Jira board, ServiceNow, Agile method, Git repository, Teams and Outlook. Why do we use this Jira board? Why do we use this ServiceNow? Why do we use Agile method? Why do we use Git repository? This Jira board. Jira board is what? See, you are a team member. Daily, you are working on some tasks. I am a team leader or I am a scrum master. I am a manager. I am going to distribute the work to my team or teammates. Through this Jira board, I am going to assign the work to the, suppose some XYZ associate. I have a employee called Rohit. Okay. I am a Shekhar. I am a scrum master or I am a manager. I am a lead. I am assigning a task to the Rohit. He is my teammate. And simply I am not going to assign or I'm not going to maintain the Excel sheet. No. You have a Agile Jira board. Then in that Jira board, you are going to create some tickets, and the ticket is going to assign to the developer, Rohit. So, example, implementing a stored procedure for this requirement. This is the task, implementing a stored procedure for the registration page or for the inquiry page. So, Rohit is going to, and I am going to provide the deadline for him, 2 weeks or 1 week, 3 days or 4 days. Everything is mentioned in the ticket. And Rohit will start the work on this ticket and then started developing the stored procedure. Daily, whatever the progress he has made, and then whatever the blockers, whatever the issues he is facing, or else whatever the communication is going on, that whatever the analysis is going, everything, every details he is going to provide in the ticket. I know it as a team lead, as a manager, as a scrum master, no need to go to the Rohit. Hey Rohit, what are you doing? What is the progress? When are you going to complete? No need to communicate with him. If I go into the Jira board and then ticket, everything is available. So 80% of the task is done, 20% of the task is done, 30% is the task is done. Or else I have a blocker. I am looking for some columns. These columns are not there in the table. Then I communicate to the stakeholders and waiting for their confirmation. So that is one of the blocker. He is not able to provide. Or my login is not working. I am not able to log into the SQL server. I am not able to connect to the SSIS. I communicate with the DBA. He is working on that. That is a blocker. Then by seeing that, then as a team leader, as a manager, as a scrum master, I need to take that into the next level. So those are the things we are going to use in the projects. Jira board, ServiceNow. You are moving. So you have deployed the code into the QA environment. You need to move that code into the production environment. Now you are going to create your own ServiceNow ticket, and you will attach all the scripts to the ServiceNow ticket and then send it to the DBA. Without the ticket, DBA will not work on your scripts. So you will create and then assign it to the DBA. So in that ticket, you will be having your team leader, your manager. They will approve, they will review, and then they will approve. Once you got the approve from all the levels, DBA will start execute your script and then move that code into the production environment. So that is one of the things. Agile methodology. That's what. Whatever I mentioned here, the task will be decided. The task will be distributed or splitted or assigned to the team. So based on this Agile methodology, Scrum Master, and then you have a sprints, and how many sprints you will be having for this project, and how many days for the one sprint. What is sprint repository? Everything we are going to discuss about Git repository. You will develop your SQL code where you are going to store or where you are going to maintain all your scripts, in which location you want to place all your scripts. That is Git repository. Teams and then Outlook. Teams, Microsoft Teams. This is the one of the how you are communicating with your friends via WhatsApp. Like that in the projects, you will be having a Teams. Once you onboard into the office, company or projects, there is no WhatsApp, there is no personal messaging applications. You need to use officially provided Microsoft Teams, there you need to communicate with your employees or colleagues or stakeholders. Outlook, this is the email tool, Outlook, email tool, how you are going to use the Outlook and all. So these are the things we are going to discuss as part of our sessions. Because see, you are going from the non-IT into the IT, and then once you get the job into the database world, and you need to start with the project. So to start with the project, as a experienced professional, you need to have experience and knowledge on all these things. If you don't have all this, if you don't have knowledge on all these tools, then easily your manager or your scrum master, your team lead will treat that, yeah, he's new to the project, he's having experience, but he has not used, but he's telling that he has experience on all these things. So you will be caught. So there is a problem. Okay. Next. This is the Jira board, how it is going to look. This is the service now, how it is going to look. Okay. This is Git repository. We are going to discuss everything. This is communicator. Okay. This is Outlook. And how are the opportunities? How are the opportunities in the market? If you search in the Naukri and then if you search in LinkedIn, you will get the list of the jobs. Okay. How is the career growth? This is next level actually. In this situation, you don't require, but we'll see. See, entry level, you will start with the junior MS SQL developer or database support analyst. Next level is MS SQL Server database developer. Next thing is senior SQL developer. After that, you will be moving into the specialization like architect and like performance tuning or high availability security. Next level is architect. Next level is database consultant. Then you are solution architect. Okay. And then, so this is the final one. This is the final. After that, see, solution architect is the final one. And then Azure DBA associate and then Azure data engineering. So this is also one of the intermediate level. So after this architect and all, next it will be like director level or program manager level. But this is completely your travel into the technical level. If you reach in the solution architect, so that is the last. So after that, then you will be handling a organization level, vice president, director, program manager, IT director, all these things are done. Now I am into this position, SQL Server, no, database architect. So once this is completed, then we need to jump into solution architect. So after that, you will be playing a very big role in the organization level, not into the project level. So these things and all project level, multiple projects, single projects and all, that is okay. That is okay. Fine. What is this? This is okay. We will discuss what is SQL Server. Okay, fine. What is SQL Server? What is SSIS? And then technical level we will start from tomorrow. So this is today's discussion, guys. Introduction about the SQL Server, introduction about the trainer, and how is the opportunity, and what are the things we are going to learn, everything. So tomorrow we will start with the what is SQL Server, okay, what is ETL, what is BI, how it is business intelligence, what is BI, introduction to the BI, what is SQL Server. Somewhere I have a 1 second. Yeah. So here, what is SQL Server? Getting started with the SQL Server. Okay. Why SQL Server is great, and what are the great features are available, and what is ETL, what is SSIS? Within that MSBI business intelligence, you will get the ETL. This is the ETL part: extraction, transformation, loading. So from there, and then we will start introducing one by one. What is database? What are the SQL Server components? What is ETL and all? Technically, we will start by tomorrow. Is that fine, guys? Yes or no? You need to talk now. This is the your time. I will ask you one by one.
Yes, sir.
Rohit, what is your comments? The discussion is made sense, or still I need to cover? This is the introduction session. What are the things we are going to cover as part of our course, and what is trainer expertise, and what is the scope of our training, and what are the extra things I am going to cover. Everything I have given the introduction. Is that good or no?
Yes,
No,
sir. It is good. It is sufficient.
yeah. So from tomorrow onwards, purely we are going to jump into the technical things one by one. Now I will ask Amruta. Amruta,
Yes, sir.
do you have any questions? And what is your comments on today's discussion?
Yes, sir. I have a few questions. So, after loading to data warehouse, in what form we can see the data? As a cube or a table? What kind
No,
of?
no, no, no. In data warehouse also, the data will be stored in the tables only. But normal database tables, the designing part is different. In a backend, see, as a end user, if I want to see the data in a normal OLTP database or ONAP data warehouse, I am going to see the data in a table format only. But how you are going to design your database in your OLTP database, in your OLAP data warehouse, there is a difference. But finally, the final structure is database only, columns and then rows format.
Okay. So, can we go through one project also?
Sure,
If
that
you
is what I mentioned, na. So as part of SQL Server and SSIS, I am going to take up one small project and then we'll discuss on that. No problem.
After course, along with the course, can we do that project? If you'll give some task and we will.
See, daily,
do.
that's what. See, if you see my previous previous session, I am going to give the like scenarios and I am going to give the exercise also. Some quiz exercise. If I complete one topic, then I am going to give the some scenarios and ask you to write some coding. Like that, my session is.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yeah.
Fine?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Kavita?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Kavita,
So
your
my
voice.
question is,
Yeah.
are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, it is.
Are you able to hear me?
It is okay now. Kavita, your voice is
So
not
I'm
at all.
plan to.
No. Your voice is not audible. So we didn't hear anything.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, it is good now.
So sorry. My question is, one of the reasons I was exploring this was also to learn Power BI. So
Okay.
even if you don't end up being a data engineer or a SQL developer, do you think this knowledge is still useful?
Obviously, see, Kavita, I can say, suppose if you wanted to go into the Power BI, I can say 1000% your SQL Server knowledge will be helpful, but SSIS is, I can say, optional for you. Two things, SQL and SSIS as part of this is our course, but SQL Server, learning the SQL Server skills is 1000% will be useful, but SSIS is up to you because you have already chosen for the path to the Power BI developer.
Yeah.
But SSIS is optional for you. I don't say you have to learn the SSIS also. That is up to you. But SQL Server database skill set, implementing a SQL code and all, not only to help to your Power BI developer till the end of your career, wherever you go as a data engineer, if you learn Python, if you learn machine learning, if you learn advanced course, your SQL Server database SQL coding is 1000% helpful till your career. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to.
When I was started my career around 2009, I have started with the SQL Server coding. Still, I am writing a SQL code by learning the different technologies, but the core SQL knowledge is protecting me in the industry. I can say I am an expert in the SQL code. No one can beat me like that.
Yeah.
Even though if you learn the advanced Snowflake, Azure, they also need your SQL knowledge. If you learn Python, they also need SQL knowledge. If you learn machine learning, they also you require your SQL knowledge. Without the SQL, there is no data jobs.
Okay. Obviously,
SSIS is
SSIS.
optional. SSIS
Yeah.
is optional. Whether you are enrolling only for the SQL, enrolling for the two SQL and SSIS, that's up to you, Kavita.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. I discussed with Amruta. What about Rohit? You are planning for SSIS or you are only planning for SQL and SSIS?
Sir, only SSIS.
Okay, but SSIS it may take little bit time because my plan is not parallelly. My plan is one by one. First complete SQL Server, next SSIS. But what I can say, so this is not a basic training, Rohit. If you learn the SQL Server, SSIS easily, you can able to prepare your resume with the like 3 to 4 years of experience. Easily you can able to crack. You can enroll
Yes, sir.
for the both SQL and then SSIS. 1000% it will be useful. See, SSIS is what? SSIS is an ETL tool where you are going to use the SSIS components. Within that SSIS components, you are going to execute your SQL code. For that, you will be having a strong knowledge on the SQL knowledge to build the SQL logic. Yes or no?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, that's your that up to you, Rohit. But the thing is, if you want to enter into the SSIS world, yes, as I mentioned for the report developer, SSIS is the optional, but SQL Server coding is very much. This is the hard term where the data is going to reside and how you are going to extract. That is the hard term. For you also to build your SSIS packages, you have to develop your SQL Server solution first, and then execute that SQL Server solution in your ETL tool. So for that, you will be having a good knowledge on the SQL Server. So that is I can suggest, and take your own decision. That is up to you.
Yes, sir. Understand.
Fine. What about Maha? I don't know. So from the initial itself, he or she not able to unmute and then not able to talk. I don't know who is that. That's fine, guys. Tomorrow same time, we are going to connect at 9 p.m. and proceed further. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how many of you can able to willing to join tomorrow? Amruta, Kavita, Rohit.
I will join, sir, tomorrow.
I'll
What
join,
about
sir.
Amruta? Yeah. What about Kavita? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can able to hear.
Hello?
Yeah, Kavita.
Sorry, sir. I missed it. What did you?
No. So are you going to
What
join
did you
tomorrow's session? Kavita, I asked, are you going to join tomorrow's session?
Yes, of course. I will join tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
We will meet
Bye bye.
same time tomorrow. Bye bye.
Sir.